Welcome back to Go Ahead Teach, and I am self-isolated in London with the human that's next to me. I won't share her face, but so I'm in London and I'm here. I'm gonna put you on camera briefly. Thank you. There she is. Hey y'all.
What's good, y'all?
Oh. I can't take her anywhere. Literally, that's why we're in self-isolation.
We can't go anywhere.
Alright, so seriously, I came to London to drop off my child at school.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm here with my bestest bud since April 2009. Since 2009, she's gonna be doing her medical rotations here in London. So we came here to get her situated, and we ended up in a 10-day quarantine. Okay, we knew we were supposed to be quarantining. We really did, but we thought it was a little bullshit quarantine. But apparently,
It's real.
they're dead serious. We got busted by the hotel, and now we are here. So I thought today would be a great day. This is day 6, and mine is death. We're doing just fine, you know, extreme boredom. But I thought today would be an excellent day to do a YouTube video. So I informed my Instagram that I was detoxing from birth control. I took my last birth control pill, I want to say mid-December 2020. It's funny because at the beginning of the year, I said that I wanted to be like 80% plant-based in the things that I use, like in my body and the medication that I took. But I didn't know it was really gonna happen for real, you know, I just be talking. But I was supposed to get my prescription filled for December, and something was happening with my insurance and I was unable to get it filled. So I ended up just saying, forget it, I'm actually gonna detox for real. So the first month was hell, I can't lie. I had a cyst rupture on my ovary, which was the second time that occurred, and I was warned that if I got off birth control, that would happen to me again. And when it was time for my first period for me to get off birth control, first period since being off birth control, that's when I had the painful rupture of the cyst. If you ever experienced it, then you know it's an immobilizing pain, like just takes you out completely, like cannot do anything for a while. For me, it lasted for maybe like 30 minutes. Anyways, my skin was broken out for probably 3 months. If this is June, I probably started to break out bad at the end of January, beginning of February to probably a couple weeks ago. So I would say mid-May, early May, which was really difficult for me because I never had any type of skin issues, mostly because the birth control regulated my hormones to where I didn't have any type of acne or anything. I started birth control, excuse me. I started birth control at 16 to 27. So 11 years non-stop. I didn't take any breaks. I took it pretty much faithfully every day, other than the days, you know, they give you the placebo pills. Anyways, I was super irregular when it comes to my hormones. My hormones were spiking up and down. I could tell, like midday, I would get like kind of hot in the inside, like somebody who almost was like going through menopause. Yeah, like somebody's going through menopause. And again, like super weird. And I also was drinking caffeine at the time, which I started drinking maybe like 6 months prior to regularly. And within the time I was detoxing off birth control, that caffeine was making me extremely anxious. I was having like really dark thoughts. It was really strange, and the dark thoughts would happen like in between certain hours. And again, nothing would like trigger these thoughts or this heat or any of these things that were happening to me. It was literally like my body was doing it, and I could tell these weren't like my regular thoughts. These weren't my regular feelings. It was just my body didn't feel like my regular body. It felt like I was in a foreign body, which is strange. Excuse me, extremely strange to say. But I was like, I gotta fast track this process because this ain't it. I can't walk around my face looking like this. I didn't really know how to manage it. Thank you to my friend Brianna. If you're in Atlanta and you need an esthetician, hit her up. Her bestie SD, I'll put it on the screen. But she gave me a routine to use on my skin because I was just a good old cleanser and moisturizer type of girl. And it took me a while to get there because I really was like a soap and water type of girl. But again, I didn't have any issues with my skin, so I didn't really feel the need to, like, I guess, have a real skin regimen. Anyways, she gave me an excellent regimen. Like I said, if you need one, hit her up. She can get that right for you. I'm not a skincare professional, so I can't tell you. But I can tell you that I incorporate a toner into my skincare routine, and that helped me out a lot as far as making sure that my skin was free from bacteria and making sure that, I guess, the pH was balanced on the skin. That helped out a lot. Also was taking this tea that I got from a Chinese herbalist here in Atlanta, a herb shop, and it's called Odelandia. I hope I'm saying it right. Odelandia. I know I'm a teacher, but Oldendia. Odelandia. Let's go with that. Anyways, it's a herbal tea. And I'll put the name in the description. That way you can get some if you like. But anyway, they give it to cancer patients in China to detoxify the body, get rid of foreign toxin, which is what I wanted to do. Like, I have had a foreign toxin in my body for over a decade, and in order for my body to, I guess, return to its proper rhythm would be to get it out as quickly as possible. She instructed me to take it 2 times a day for 3 months, or she said I could take it once a day. I started taking it, I want to say, March, and I would say this helped a ton, probably when it comes to my skin and my hormones getting back balanced. And then I also got ashwagandha, and it's so funny because now Goli has an ashwagandha gummy that you can take. You know, the company that makes the apple cider vinegar excuse me, the apple cider vinegar gummies that people say help with weight loss and different things. They now have an ashwagandha. This is what I brought with me. I have the powder form. I would like to think mine is probably a little bit stronger than the one that they have, because I just believe it's probably more organic than something that's been processed and has sugar added. But I add this to the tea, maybe like a teaspoon, and then I add spirulina. So the ashwagandha is great from what I've researched with balancing hormones, which we know we need when it comes to regulating. It also is supposed to be a good mood support. I told y'all that my emotions and my thoughts was all over the place. They also said that ashwagandha is good for sexual health. Now, that's what the people said. That's what they said. I don't really know. And then spirulina is excellent for your skin, even tone. It's also some companies I've seen added to their protein powder, which I have one that has spirulina and like kale, a superfood one. So I think it's one of those like superfoods type of things, but really, really good for the skin. Kind of like so all 3 of these together have a pretty good flavor. It's not one of those things that you have to stomach down or have to worry about it being disgusting. I got a question from Instagram asking what was my cycle like on birth control in comparison to what is like without being on it. When I was on birth control, my periods were really predictable. I knew that my period was going to start on Friday and end on Sunday. Sometimes every now and then I would not have a period, which is completely okay, because you know that's to be expected sometimes on birth control. It would be light to moderate. Okay, so now my cycles are still pretty predictable. It's not based on the day, like the day of the week anymore. Like I said, I could predict it on a Friday I was gonna be on my period, and then I was gonna be off by Sunday, Monday. Now I know the day, like the date in which my period is gonna come, and it's either the day before, the day of, or the day after. So it's not as precise as it was on birth control. And now my period is a day longer. So at first it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days, and now it's like 4 days. As far as PMS goes, this ashwagandha that I showed you has really, really reduced my PMS. I would get PMS like the week before my period come, I would just be irritable, and like easily annoyed. But the ashwagandha, I still get annoyed. I still get annoyed, but it'll only be for a couple of seconds, and I'll be able to get past it like super fast. But when I was not taking the ashwagandha and on birth control, it would take me a second to be able to shake it, the PMS. The birth control did not prevent me from experiencing PMS, but I'm sure it reduced what it could have possibly been. I was probably on my period maybe, or had a period only maybe 4 years prior to being on birth control, so it's really hard for me to even compare my periods before birth control, but I can give you our insight for what my experiences are like now, after detoxing. But if anybody has any questions or anything they would like for me to share that I may have missed when it comes to this detoxing from birth control journey, then please let me know. I know a lot of people are interested in just completely going cold turkey with it, and they may want to be able to make an informed decision based on others' experiences. So I hope that this video helped. And if you're like me, you just want to go a more holistic route, or just give your body a break from being on a, like I said, a foreign substance, then I would say go for it, especially if you feel like your body would benefit from it. Oh, I did want to mention that the month that I got off of birth control, my energy level like just really skyrocketed. I didn't feel the need to take a nap or anything like that, like I once did before. And that was really weird. I felt a lot lighter for some reason. Like I felt like my ovaries felt lighter. I know that's probably crazy to say, but I could definitely feel an instant difference by that first month as far as just my physical body, more so. I knew my physical body was benefiting. My hormones is like, what the hell are you doing, and why are you doing this to us? I would probably say the libido probably increased. I don't know if there's been a difference as far as vaginal dryness. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. But yeah, there are a lot of things, and everybody's experience will obviously be different, especially depending on how long you've been on birth control. If you've been on a long time, like me, your experiences may be similar. But yeah, I would say go for it. If you're thinking about it, just go for it. I mean, you can always get back on it if it's like just gets crazy and your hormones go haywire. I know people have various reasons for why they get on birth control. Sometimes it's to regulate hormonal acne or endometriosis, or just obvious reason, like to prevent birth. But whatever it may be, we all have to do what's best for our body. But I'll make sure to update you all. This is 6 months, and I'll be sure to make sure I update you all maybe 9 or 12.